Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to my channel. It is your girl Makeup by Amani, and today's video is going to be on one of my signature luxury glam looks. So for starters, we're going to moisturize and prime her face. I used the e.l.f. moisturizer and the Smashbox Photo Finish primer. So while I do that, I'll go ahead and introduce you to my model. This is Felicia. Felicia is a makeup artist and today was her birthday. So we decided to cut on the camera and do a look. I was so excited when she reached out to me to do her makeup, y'all. But at the same time, I was nervous because doing another makeup artist's makeup is so nerve-wracking for me because makeup artists is very picky. That's why all of our work looked so different. But I was excited for the outcome of this look. It looked really pretty. So starting off with her brows, we are using the Morphe micro brow pencil in the shade Java. I'm basically making short strokes into a line following her natural brow line. After filling in her brows, I'll be using concealer to conceal the bottom and top of her brows, just so we can get them nice and sharp. After I conceal the bottom of her brow, I'm going to drag it down on her lid so we can use that concealer as her eyeshadow base. So her eyeshadow is going to be very neutral. The pop is going to be the Jlaruecosmetics White Gold Pigment. Y'all, that pigment is so pretty. You'll see once I put it on her eyes. So for her eyeshadow, or the neutral colors that I'm using, is I'm actually using bronzer. And then I'm going to add a little eyeshadow base to the front of her eye. And I'm going to pop on that pigment. That pigment is going to be so pretty, y'all. Just watch. So after I added that pigment, I went ahead and added black liquid liner. Nothing crazy, I just did like a little basic wing liner. And after the wing liner, it's foundation time. So for foundation, I use both two Nars foundation, the shade Macao and New Caledonia. The foundation I am applying right now is New Caledonia, and I wanted to match her face to the T. Even though that foundation matched her, you can tell that it's darker than her chest. Although you can pretty much make that work, but I wanted to match her skin to the T. So I added the Macao foundation on top and blended into the New Caledonia, and I added that to the rest of her face. After I applied the foundation, I'm using a Real Technique blush brush to blend out her foundation. And I've been seeing makeup artists in the UK use a brush like that, and I decided to try it on her, and I definitely see why they use that type of brush, because to me it gives like a filtered finish. So after I blended out her foundation, I went in with about 3 or 4 concealers. I can't remember, but I'll definitely have it in the description box below. So the first concealer shade, well, the first concealer that I used was closer to her skin complexion, so it could cover like all of the dark spots instead of me color correcting. I feel like I don't really like to color correct because I feel like that's a whole nother process. You know, I just don't have time for it. So I went in with a concealer close to her skin complexion, and then I just highlighted with 2 lighter concealers on top of that and just blend it out. I blended out her concealer, I am going in with one of my favorite setting powders, which is the Mercier setting powder in the shade Translucent. And I am setting all of the areas that I applied concealer. So after I pat in that setting powder under her eye, I'm going to add a little more because I'm going to do some shadow at the bottom of her eye, and I want that setting powder to catch all of the fallout. So right here I am bronzing up her skin. I'm using the Fenty Beauty in the shade Mocha Mami, and I'm using the Morphe face palette. Bottom liner is one of my favorite steps in makeup. I love adding like a nice, rich, dark black eyeliner to the waterline. It just gives the eyes a pop. And this is the Nars black eyeliner that I'm using. It's really nice and kind of expensive, so I would just recommend using like a gel liner that's very inexpensive but will get the job done. Already know what we're doing for the lips. We're gonna add the Wet n Wild pencil in the shade dark brown, and we're gonna overline her lips just a little bit. Her lips are already full, so I didn't want to go crazy with it, but on the top is where I need that nice plump overline lip, right? So after we overline her lips, I'm gonna add a little bit of the Supernaturalcosmetics by Olivia Song. I think that shade is Pout. We're gonna add that on top and let her pop that in. Added shadow to the bottom of her eye before I pat in the setting powder, but I didn't. So that only means if any the eyeshadow fall. I just have to clean it up with the setting brush that I use. Another one of my favorites is blush. I love, love, love blush. I am using the Morphe face palette to add her blush. It is so pretty. I believe I use like a orange and pink shade. I mixed those two together. And now I'm adding a little highlight to her nose, and I believe this is the Anastasia Glow Kit. And I kind of wanted her lips to pop a little more, so I added some lipstick in the middle of it, and I added the Fenty lip gloss on top, and that was it. I'm gonna let her pop that in with her lips, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more setting spray, and that is the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will leave all of the details and the products that I used on her in the description box below. Don't forget to follow my social media and also her social media, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.